All right, let's try this again.
Yes, sir.
Ah,
Dude, I had a
uh,
bitch. I had to check. I was at this. I used to have this plug, right? And she had an after-hour spot in Lachlan, and I went there to, handle some business or whatever. And this chick literally comes out that room. She's like, "Hey, Dan, you want to buy a gun? It's only for 100, and proceeds to pull out the literal gun from the original Batman with Jack Nicholson when he shoots down the. This bitch was this long, dude. I was like, how the fuck? What? And I just club people with that motherfucker. Like, you imagine shooting that shit, the kickback?
it was probably if I had to use two hands on that bitch.
Would definitely, dude, and still probably be it. Anyway, welcome to the Blind View. This is episode 6, I believe. Pretty sure it's 6. I now that we recorded this, there's a rule, and I think it's fun. I don't release that last recorded episode until we have the next one recorded, just so in case life happens. But I wanted to start off with something fun. Jordan and I did this yesterday, and it was a cool thing. I want to take you back a little bit because we're old enough, like when we remember CD players in cars. Because I said that last time, they don't even have them anymore. When they did, and then if you were really balling, you had the 6 CD changer in the trunk that you could put in. You remember that? So
Yeah,
I could
yeah.
go first, but if you had your 6 CDs right now, you could only choose 6. What would be in your CD changer? You want to hear mine, or you want to name yours?
Nah, go ahead. You go first.
Okay, so I started with the first. Well, I'll start here. The first cassette tape I ever bought was
Hmm.
Michael Jackson's "Billie Jean." I think I was like 3 or 4. So excited! I was a huge Michael fan. I remember I got in trouble one time when he performed at the Super Bowl, and he kept doing the thing where he was getting on his knees and like grabbing his crotch. I was in like when we was getting our coats, I was doing it. The teacher called me, and I was like, "What? I was just doing what Michael does." Whatever. Followed by the first CD I ever bought, the Boyz II Men 2 album. I love that. I wish we had more groups like that decade with like Jodeci and 112 and Jagged Edge and Boyz II Men where they harmonize. We need more of that. And I honestly, as I've gotten older, River Runs Dry, I believe, is about menopause. Think about it.
Probably.
Also, I have Kanye West. It was a hard choice. I went with the St. Pablo CD with Ultralight Beam. I love that album. I went to see that tour up in Columbus when he was the first one to debut the stage that floats and moves and shit. And he played that Ultralight Beam, and that was the first time I literally had a spiritual experience like from music like that. And I wasn't the only one feeling the spirit. It was incredible. I have to include a classic, 50 Cent's "Get Rich or Die Trying." Love that. That's a no skip classic for
That's
me.
a easy.
That's
Yeah, it's a
easy.
easy.
Adele's 21 album, her first big one. I think it's the greatest love album uh, ever, in my opinion. And then honestly, this is a surprise one, but Little Baby's "My Turn." I love that track. Dude, that track, like, that's a no skip too. Like, that run that he went on for those few years was incredible.
He did go on a crazy run, and that record, that album actually holds a lot of records.
Yeah, it holds a
Actually,
ton of records. It's still
a
charting.
lot of records that you wouldn't even think he holds because, yeah.
Yeah,
My five. You said 5 or 6. My
6.
6. I'm going off of albums that truly had real influential moments on me, not just stuff
Mm-hmm.
like because 50 Cent's "Get Rich or Die Trying" is such an easy lay. I'm not gonna use it, even though
Yeah,
like I wouldn't mind having that album. But I'm actually gonna
that's why I
go
picked it
with
for you.
the G Unit album.
Mm.
That album is still one of the best albums ever to me. I think that was like one of the best group albums.
Was that when the
I
game
don't
was still
know.
with them? Was he on that one, or was
No,
he
this
not
is
there
this is the
yet?
album they dropped right before the game came into the picture.
Yeah. Man, he really
Um,
put them on. That's one of the funniest stories I've ever heard about that crew when they got him the Reebok endorsement and he called a meeting them and none of them had the shoes on, so he didn't pay them no money. That shit.
cooked them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's
Okay.
it's about but he's smart. And then T Pain's Three Rings album, uh,
What's the lead singer on that?
super underrated. That's the one with the one with Lil Wayne. Uh, let me say yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
yeah, and that one with Chopped and Screwed with Ludacris.
Okay. Yeah. Great
That's a
album.
great
Great
album.
album.
I'm gonna have to go with Joe Budden, Padded Room,
Oh, really?
one of my favorite rap albums. Joe Budden, my favorite rapper. So
No, I know. I just right. What
Yeah,
was the name
Padded
of the
Room,
album?
not Padded
Padded
Room.
Room.
Padded Room. You should listen to that album. One night when you just
I
don't feel like
will.
being
That's why I'm
social,
writing them down.
you listen to that Padded Room album. That's like his best work ever,
Okay.
like ever. Um, we got Padded Room, the G Unit album, and we got T Pain Three Rings. What's some other albums that stand the test of time for me? Where I could just this is the only 6 albums I got for a 12-hour road trip.
Hmm.
I'm probably gonna go Meek Mill Championships album.
That was a great album.
I fucking love that
His
album.
last really great body of work, to be honest.
Yeah, to be completely real, yeah. Kendrick Lamar is between Damn or GNX. I probably go GNX just because
I
of
would go,
the
damn, boy, that was my
the
favorite
re-
album.
the
That
recency.
Mad City,
Yeah,
that shit went so crazy, bro.
and
Um,
then my final album. I probably go Money Man Croptober.
okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, I need to get more familiar with him. Like, I recognize the songs that I recognize from him, but man, there's just so much music out all the time, every single day. It's hard to fucking keep up.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up
You
with a lot
said
of this shit.
Croptober?
Yeah, Croptober.
What a
Great album.
name.
Because he's into the marijuana industries and stuff
Hmm.
like that. But he just made a whole album about fucking just trapping, but it's like from the weed business standpoint. I mean, he's just talking about like grow houses and like terpenes and shit. But he's
Hmm.
he's doing this shit in such a gangster way. I fuck with Money Man because Money Man makes music where it's like he gonna talk his gangster shit, but 98% of his music is just to influence you to go get some fucking money. It's
Yeah,
just
for sure.
ways to go get some money. He don't waste time overdoing it about the hoes, overdoing it about violence. Like he's really just like, I'm getting to the bag. However, I gotta get to the
Because that shit's
bag. Here's
played
how I
out,
got to the
man.
bag.
You know, it's like
It
when you're
is.
speaking like the farming though. That clip of Rick Ross, and he was like, "We raising our own chickens, thousands of chickens, homie, and I'm eating 90% of them." uh, that's a great list. Jordan's list kind of surprised me. You know, he had Nelly's Country Grammar, great album.
Great album, yeah.
OAR's Crazy, or OAR, the rock band, Crazy Game of Poker. Yeah.
I've heard that song, yeah.
Yeah, so that's them. Fallout Boys, Infinity. I can't remember what it's Infinity Night or something like that. He
I
also,
fuck with Fallout Boys.
I do too, man. I do too. That first album they had, like I said,
Yeah, they was heat.
they always joke where Sugar were going down or whatever, and he's dating that
And
girl.
sugar, we're going down
Yeah,
singing.
and
and
the
being
dad's a
number
deer
one.
hunter and almost shoots him, and because he's half
Yeah.
the bottom's head. That shit's funny as fuck. He had Third Eye Blinds on there, and then he had the Marshall Mathers LP. So great list from him as well. All solid, all solid.
Not bad.
Yeah, but anyway, we so that's awesome. That was just a fun little thing. I thought was cool. I also was saying, I kind of segue into that. I did this. So on Spotify, there's no better way to tell if your music is a hit or people are feeling it than to play or perform in front of a live audience. That's inarguable. You know what I mean? That audience will let you know what they feel about it. But if you don't always have that available, a new thing I did is if you go on Spotify, play like More, our single we just released. Hit play and then do start a radio channel or start a jam list, and it'll create a playlist based off your song. Um, so if it starts playing some trash boo boo doo doo, maybe your shit's garbage. But if it's putting in bangers, you're like, oh shit, okay, and it just makes you feel good. You know what I mean? Like, okay, they feel like I'm the weekend with this shit. Okay. No, just kidding. But congratulations to us. Moore's out. We're waiting on that visual. It's been out for a little bit. Doing okay numbers. I have very struggle-filled listen to Fame and not promoted it like I would, And I think he's doing it to torment me. It'll be worth it. But
It'll be worth it.
I did get it played in a strip club last night, and that's what I was trying to explain to you earlier. It was cool because I had the 2016 that I just dropped as well.
Yep.
It was a Florida Boy, but that was more of a club-type song, so... I throw him a little money. By the way, guys, if you want to get your record played and ask DJ Wonder, throw him a little $10, $20. You guys ain't got no
10.
problem, buying that $50, $100 for a fucking Facebook post that's, 90% bots, But throw them a little bit, they'll play your shit. But what was cool is I played it, I went and sat down, I was like, hell yeah, this is my song. And then 2, 3 songs later, more came on, and I didn't even ask, so I don't know if it just shuffled into that or she was just being nice, but that was cool. That was cool, and they was vibing too. I wish I would have got a little bit better of a video, but I will again. I will again. Speaking of, you said Lee John shot the video for you, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I've seen some of the test pics though. That Jeep is tough that you got. I'm excited to see what
It's
you do.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I really, it's just waiting for it to get to us and drop. But I'm excited. We did some really cool stuff with it, and this is just the beginning. I'm gonna do more for it. I
Mm-hmm.
told Dane to not. So basically, we dropped the record without having any visual content, and basically my idea on this was for us to just not push it till we get some visuals. We live in a world ruled by visuals.
Mm-hmm.
We live in a world ruled by, swipe, watch, swipe.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to make sure when somebody's swiping past our song, they got something to look at so they can be intrigued enough to get the record. So we gonna get there though, man. Don't worry, man.
No, I'm excited.
We live in a different we got different energy. We're not rushing nothing.
No, we're not. We're not. I'm being
We're not
patient.
rushing nothing.
So now let me ask you: did you give him any kind of like script or like direction, or you just kind of take, do you let him lead, and now he's going to chop it up how he wants, or what was your path with that?
This first one was it was I had the direction for it. I don't want to give it away,
No, I
but I
know.
had the direction for this first one. But the next couple I'll do, some of them will be influenced by some idea that they have because they did have an idea for it. So we're just gonna roll them out as the spring opens up. We're gonna roll out more stuff for this song. We're gonna push
Mm.
this record the right way, multiple different ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and on May 23rd, I'm gonna watch you perform it live. I'm excited about that, man. We just, the ball is rolling. I'm still being patient with this too, because I wanted to get everything like the park paid for, and certain things in order by March 1st. I did that, and
Yep.
then by the end of this month, because I want to spend all of April getting vendors. It'd be nice to get some, but really that's when you want to start hitting them. Um, but I'm really excited, man. We booked Lantana. We say he signed the contract the other day. I fuck with him. He's on his grown man shit. I like his mentality. That can't eat clout really sticks with me, man. That you know what
It's
I mean?
real.
It's real, bro, and it really resonates with me. JB Lamage, tell that motherfucker to answer my calls sometimes, bro. A little busy ass. But very excited, man. I've actually never got to see. I've seen videos of him performing live, but I've never got to see him perform live. But I was so impressed by what I saw, and what you guys say about him that I would love to have it. Jordan Frank's coming as well.
Yep.
The white boy, so we get some covers, and then I booked uh, the main headliner for my day is an artist named Pusha Preem. Check him out. He's dope. He got about 75,000 followers. He's like a St. Pete, Tampa native, Afro
Hell
beat
yeah.
type hip hop artist. He wears a mask though, like all the time, like a flesh, like, which I don't get. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it. That's his thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't believe the deal I got with him. I won't discuss the numbers, but I'll tell you off camera. But it's an opportunity for people that can't pay to see him to get to see him for free. And I think for a venue, a thing like this where it's a free memorial event, I think it'll do well. And then we got the white boy Matt, that's on that single 2016. And I booked another artist Phantom. I need to add some ladies, to be honest.
Yeah, you need to add a couple ladies,
I need
bro.
to add a couple ladies. So I'm gonna
That
meet
should
with
be the focus after this.
yeah,
So add some
I'm
ladies.
meeting with Babs, who is has a Prime Show host on 94.1, and
Hey.
she's like in like 5 cities. Very busy woman, I understand. So we're supposed to meet next week. So I've held off on some spots, because I'm gonna hear their input. But we did get a bonus, and this was kind of luck. So I was calling out sponsors, and they asked for information, and they got back to me. And they're like, "Hey, Dane, we would love to be a sponsor for this normally." But we were actually already agreed to pledge to be a sponsor for the Honor Our Heroes Memorial 5K that they have here in the city of Oldsmar. But listen to this. This is very fortunate if we play this right. So the start line, about a half mile from where they start, they literally, the whole thing runs directly past the park that we're setting up at. And it starts at 7 a.m. So if we have some shit up, some signs, every single person's going to run past that. That's over by 12:01. Now come get you a drink,
Right.
refresh, settle, and enjoy yourself. I mean, I don't. That's like a blessing right
What
there.
if we do something like I don't know, make it where it's like a 20% off for the runners, 20% off the special drink after the race is have a sign, and then they all see it. People are like, "Oh shit!" Like I get special treatment. Just that little 20% off will entice
Yeah.
some people to
Honestly,
pull up,
I
bro.
should probably try and get it one of the vendors like those, holistic or one of those people that do the IVs. That would be an easy sale. Like, oh, you just ran a marathon? Let's plug you up real quick.
Yeah, why don't you plug you up real quick and then get you a drink on the side,
I
baby?
don't know what that shit really does. Ian gets that done.
No, it truly does.
It
It rehydrates your body. It rehydrates your insides,
Oh, for sure,
like
man.
fast.
You can throw
You
some
know, like
stem
you
cells
can
in there.
drink some water and drink some Gatorade and shit, but
Yeah.
that shit has to get into when you put that shit directly in that bitch, bro.
Yeah.
It's like pouring water into a sponge, bro.
Yeah,
Like
it's insane, bro.
yeah.
But hey, this is what
So look,
first
let's
world nothing comes. Go ahead.
let's segue over to Fame Sports Corner and let's talk about which I didn't. I just remember you are somewhat of a basketball savant. Bam Adebayo
Mhm.
goes for 83 points on Tuesday, a random fucking Tuesday night, bro.
Yeah.
And you got all these people with their pennies in a bunch. And let me say this: all you people out there with y'all pennies in a bunch, you fake basketball fans,
Yeah, for sure.
how dare you? How dare you turn a historical moment into nothing but bitching and slander?
Yeah, trying
Okay?
to discredit because it's free throws.
Listen, I don't give a fuck about the free throws because you gotta make the free throws.
Yes.
Listen, if you put Shaq on the line 43 times, you might make 10.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
so I don't want to
nobody,
hear none
nobody
of that
talks
bullshit.
about it when SGA goes to the line 20 times a game.
I would like to stop that. That's a false narrative. SGA is not even the leading free throw taker in the NBA.
just saying
He
it's
wasn't
an
this.
example.
He wasn't last year, and he's not this year. Everybody just hates the fact that he's a great foul drawer. It's an art.
I agree.
It's an art.
But here's the thing: Bam still had to he still put up 40 in regular field goals too. You know what I mean? So it wasn't
Yes,
just free
and then
throws.
if you actually saw any of the footage, they showed a whole clip of all the fouls that were being committed on him, and he was getting fucking hacked.
Yeah, for sure, they couldn't stop.
They weren't just putting him on the line to put him on the line. They couldn't stop him. The Wizards are one of the worst teams in the league.
Yeah.
They're extremely young and they're undersized. And so Bam was like, "Fuck it, I'm about to just bully y'all." And when you have 30 points in the first quarter, it's kind of just a natural rule in the basketball world. If we're playing pickup, right? And I give you the ball the first three possessions, and you hit a three. The first three possessions, and you've got 6 of our fucking points automatically. All 6. We're feeding you the ball, bro.
Absolutely.
And that's how it goes.
And when he was at
That's how it
70 with 9 minutes left, like why wouldn't he?
And
go
he
for it?
told, and then you can hear him audibly telling his team not to foul the other team to get the ball back. He's telling them like, no, we ain't got to do it like that. But if I got 70 points and it's basically a whole quarter of an NBA basketball game left, I'm going for 100, bro.
Yeah, and I would too, and as he should. But speaking of, there was another record broken this week by aforementioned SGA, who just broke Wilt's 20-plus point consecutive record, which is
Correct.
crazy because you got Wilt, you get this, and I think the next closest is at like 73.
Yeah.
And it's like Oscar, and it's mostly not very many modern players.
No,
than
because
SGA.
it's not easy. And this is what I try to tell people all the time is that we sit here and watch these fucking washed up old heads on TV shit on the new generation. But the fact of the matter is it's harder to score and play defense in this newer time. It just doesn't seem that way because people are so good. But it's a reason
because
why
of the 3 points.
SGA right, yeah, and the 3-pointers too. But I'm saying it's a reason why there's such a gap between SGA and the next closest person to this record.
Yeah.
It's a reason why there's a gap between what LeBron was able to do with his scoring 10 points a game. You know, he did that for 1,200 plus games. The next closest person's at like 200 or 300 or
It's
something
insane
like.
when you truly think about it.
When
But
you
a
truly
player
look at
like
these
LeBron
things, like-
James in the '90s, like they say, like he wouldn't make it. Yes, he would because he would play different. He is a 6'9" tank. Like I feel like
He would have fucking.
I feel like he would have. Yes, he would. I feel like
He was
dominant.
faster than everybody. He would have just he outran everybody.
Yeah, because I mean,
You know
he's
what I'm
like Karl Malone, but can actually dribble, play point forward.
Karl Malone with
body
Michael
wise.
Jordan's
Body wise.
athleticism. Yeah. His Karl Malone's body with Michael Jordan's athleticism.
He would average
That's just
30
fucking
to 40
nuts, bro.
points a game in the '90s, in my opinion.
In his sleep.
In his sleep, But But I
And
also
it's
think if you
sweet.
took Michael and put him in today's area, he would average 30 or 40 as well.
No, he would not. And this is
I
why.
think he would. But
This is why.
I'll
This is
hear
why.
you.
And I want to. Michael Jordan, and I'm gonna put my bias to the side. I'm gonna say Michael Jordan would probably be able to average about 25,
Okay.
28, 28 in a good year. And I say that because if we're talking about Michael Jordan, just over the extent of his career, he doesn't have the three ball to sustain in this league today, right? He doesn't have the three ball for it, and he wasn't predominantly well with his left hand. Michael Jordan was just light years more athletic and more competitive than everybody he played against. But if he played today, where everybody is, because listen, Michael Jordan was 6'6", 210. Okay,
Yeah.
now that's fine and dandy in the '90s, bro. Today, point guards are 6'8".
Yeah, that's true. But I do think what would
It's
benefit him
different.
because of this, there's so much more 3-point shooting, and they spread the ball even from the bigs. He would have a lot more open space and lanes than he did in the '90s in today's game, and he would be able to take advantage of that. In my opinion,
Would he though?
I think
Would he though? Because he didn't have to play against defenders like Kawhi Leonard, Lou Dort. Let me go back a little bit further. He didn't have to play against defenders like. Let me think about some good names. That some real like crazy defenders that LeBron's had to go through. Andre Iguodala. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to. He didn't have to face Jimmy Butler's of today's time. Michael Jordan wasn't being guarded by many big bodied guards. At that time, 6'6" was big for a guard
Yeah,
at that
it
time.
was. Yeah.
So I'm telling you, Mel, if Michael Jordan was in the league now, I don't think he'd be a scrub, but I do not think that all that little shit he was getting off would work today. And that's why I hate the
It's hard to comparison, and that is one thing Jordan says. He's like, it's
The
hard
eras,
to
yeah.
compare the eras because they're completely different games. Now, on the hindsight, somebody like, I think that 90s, 2000s era of centers with Shaq and Ewing and Robinson and Olajuwon, I don't, like, you take somebody like Victor, like Wemby, they would body the shit out that boy in that era. Like, muscly. Now, he would be able to, like, pull out, but he would not be, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, he'd be able
Like
to pull up to the
Shaq
perimeter
would
and
just
stuff, but he would get
bully his
yeah
ass.
elbows to the ribs.
Yeah.
You catching all shoulders to the chin,
Yeah,
like
nuts on his
on
7'6"
purpose.
face.
Yeah, on purpose too. Like
On
we want
purpose.
you to know you down here with the dogs. Like,
Yeah.
and I agree, and I just think that that's why it's not smart to compare eras. But I also think that it's just basketball is the only sport where for some reason we just like to pretend that there's no evolution in it. It's like no, the players are better, they're faster, they're stronger, they're taller. We got 7-footers bringing the ball down the court and shooting threes. We got fucking Giannis Antetokounmpo would have averaged 40 easily in the '90s because who can run the Tim Duncan wouldn't have been able to run the floor with Giannis. They play the same
No.
position.
Dude, I was watching
Duncan's not running the
some
floor with him.
highlights of Giannis last night, bro. The way that he gets to the cuts through the lane and gets to the basket at his size is crazy.
It's very aggressive.
Yeah, it's like they literally are taking 6-foot steps. It's insane.
Yeah.
They can go. They can
No,
get
it's
they can get from
insane.
the half court line to the basket in 2.5 steps. It's
2.5, maybe
unreal.
we call it 3, but it is like that though. Like these guys are striding and they're running full speed striding to the rack, and it's like, but let's segue a little bit off of that. So America's at war. There are mixed feelings about this war. Obviously, it's always going to be like that. You're going to always have your super patriotic people who believe that it is America's job to police the world, and all these, those Islamic. I got a homie who was a Marine, and when we talked about this, his whole approach to it was, I do understand that it's it might be a distraction for this, but at least we're doing it over there where we can get those Islamic motherfuckers and this and that, and that's the patriotism in him speaking. And he's probably not wrong about whatever they're doing over there terrorism wise, but I also have read a lot of information that's basically supporting the fact that like we don't really need to be in this war for
No,
real
we don't at all.
at all. And I just think
Choosing
that
to be.
correct because we have a fucking lunatic for a president who's doing this to protect him and his pedo friends.
Yeah, well,
and it's scary.
Also we generate a shit ton of money when we're at war. We do.
We've been
stimulates the
spending a
economy.
shit ton of money.
Yeah, I mean, it causes
This
inflation to go up, but it does stimulate the economy.
economy
To a
fucking
point.
sucks right now.
I will
bro.
tell you though, the videos, the war videos that are on the White House like social media platforms are they are funny as fuck. Like
They're
they
not
put
funny. It's
no, I mean they fucking blowing shit up to a Little Wayne
embarrassing.
song, fucking the
It's
bowling
embarrassing.
one. It's funny. It's funny.
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing how
It is
far
embarrassing.
the prestige for the White House has fallen. Because let me tell you something right now. Let me tell you something right now, Dane.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it was 2026, even if it was the same year with the same algorithms, if Barack Obama was in office and the White House Twitter was tweeting stuff like that, please be honest with me. The racists would be through and through those comments saying how he's destroying America. This is not the American way.
You ain't wrong.
We're just turning into a garbage pile. How can this stuff be tolerated? I ain't gonna lie, bro. As a black man, I'm being like just real genuine with you right here. As a black man, watching what Trump has been able to do and the way people are turning over and flipping their ass upside down to excuse it and support it is just such a large example of white privilege and supremacy in this nation. Because for us to sit up here and watch a white man pretty much devalue and kill the White House image that was upheld for as pretty much every president up until this.
Yeah.
Even his previous presidency wasn't this bad. But to watch it happen in real time and to watch the American people basically just kind of like shrug it off. Like everybody will wake up and make a status about it and talk about it or whatever. They were talking about impeaching Obama because he had a tan suit on one time.
Yeah, I remember.
They impeached Bill Clinton because he had consensual sexual relations with a bitch that wanted to be there.
Yeah. Here, you know what's confusing to me though about all these impeachments is so Bill Clinton was impeached, still served his term, full presidency. Trump got impeached 2 different times in his last term. What is it even is impeachment? I thought when you were impeached, like when they impeached Nixon, he had to leave office.
He had to leave.
So
yes.
it's not even like what is the point of doing all that if it does absolutely
I guess everything
nothing?
I guess it's all situational or something. I don't. At this point, I don't really know. But what I do clearly see and understand is that a lot of that shit has been smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
The rules, the Constitution,
Well,
who's allowed to do what. Law and order. Listen, it's smoke and mirrors, dog.
Well, here's 2 things.
I don't believe in none of
Here's
this
2
shit.
things. I believe. Yeah, I didn't think he would start it this soon, but it is in the Constitution. If we are at a literal war, there cannot.
Yeah, he can't be impeached.
There cannot be an election.
Oh, that too.
So they
Yeah, he
cannot
can't
hold
be.
the
No, but
election until the war is over.
he also
And-
cannot be impeached right now.
Correct, and they're also trying to make an amendment, which I think will happen, that presidents can serve a 3rd term, but not 3 in a row. So they could serve 1, take a year off, then 1, or 2 in a row, take 4 years off, and then run again. If that passes, guess who can also run against them? Obama.
Go fucking Obama.
And then-
Bring it back.
And that would
Okay.
I think he might be our only hope with that. I don't give a fuck what they
He
say.
will be the only hope.
He,
I don't give a
to
fuck
me,
about none
was
of it.
a
I don't
great
believe in none of
president.
this shit no more.
He
I
was
don't
a
believe
great
in none of this shit
president
no
to me.
more. Listen, if Barack Obama does come back to run for a 3rd to beat Trump, it's all fine and dandy. But we all know this shit don't matter no more. It's beyond the president. It's beyond the president. It's these billionaires running the nation, bro. It ain't got nothing to do with
And
what the
Elon
fuck is
Musk
on
has
the.
showed that he can, with his money and world influence, he can influence to get whoever the fuck he wants to get elected.
Whoever the
And-
fuck
and
I
he
want to
will.
sit in
And
this
he
chair is who I'll get.
will. Because
Exactly.
he wasn't born a citizen, so he can't run himself. But I don't think he would, because as we've discussed before, technically you're supposed to give up any and all private holdings once you become the president, and he ain't gonna do that. Iron Man ain't gonna give up his toys. It's mine. You can't have it. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you, man. Listen, we're living in one of the most corrupt times in history. We keep discussing this, but I think what I'm really alluding to is I've gained an understanding that there are powers beyond the realm that we live in, and those powers can only be toppled from within. It's such a systematic thing. It's been happening for so long.
Yeah.
There's really nothing that, we can unsubscribe to all of the platforms, and that'll hurt their pockets. But we still got to get up and go to work. They own all the companies.
Yep.
The only way for it to really implode on itself is to actually implode. It has to happen
Yeah,
from the
an
inside.
absolute revolution. And
Correct.
unfortunately, it takes hella organization, and a lot of people are going to die in order to get the change.
Yes.
And that's there's
Yes.
no other way about it. All right, I got a new segue. I have an interesting question, and let me premise it for you first, okay?
Yeah.
Would you rather be born into a family with generational wealth, but have to deal with mental health problems, whatever they mean, bipolar, schizophrenia, or some sort, that will affect you in your everyday? But you're rich, so you can get the help that you need if you choose to. Or would you rather be born a genius, a natural born genius, in extreme poverty? I'm talking about like Chirac or Middle East Syria or, fucking Haiti type shit, slums. But you're a genius. If you could choose, if you had to choose one, which route would you go? It's a hard thing to think about.
It is. What's the first one again?
So the first one is you're born into a family that already has generational wealth. You're trust fund.
Correct.
You're set forever. Your son and your son's son is set, but you have extreme mental health problems, whether it's severe bipolar, schizophrenia,
Give me the other one.
the genius.
I've dealt with mental health. Yeah, give me the genius in the midst of all the bullshit,
Yeah,
because I'll find a way out.
yeah. I agree with you to a point. I mean, because we've seen those ones with really high IQs, they usually make it out as long as they aren't a victim of violence. You know.
Correct. You know what I
You know.
mean? So I'll take my chances in that world, because having a wealthy family, being born into easy lifestyle actually is harder when you have mental health issues, because if you have mental health issues and you have everything you need, there's nothing you can't. Like, if I have mental health issues but I'm poor
Mhm.
and I go to therapy and I get a good job and over the couple of years I start making good money, I'll appreciate that money, and
Yes.
that change will actually feel like real change for me. But if I got mental health issues and I wake up and I got everything I need, I can only bank on fixing my brain. And if anybody's ever dealt with mental health issues, that's something that takes years of work. And so,
I agree.
nah, I'm cool.
I agree. Um, and I do, Ian, he learning to live with somebody that deals with what he deals with on a daily basis. Uh, it's kind of awe inspiring, And I'm glad I'm at this point in this life because, I'm like, hey, dude, did you eat today? Eat something. You know what I'm saying? And, you need your meds? Because if you need them, take them and keep taking them. We'll
Yeah.
adjust to your needs around you, and that's what family and support is supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So what if you're a little bit more quieter than usual? Or you might sleep a couple hours longer. Who cares? You're not missing anything.
Literally. Literally.
I promise you, you're not. But we want you to be here and as happy and healthy as you can be, and whatever you got to do that, we want you to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm very appreciative, man. I am very appreciative at this point in my life, and I wish I would have had it at earlier stages. But I have real, true brotherhood in my life right now. Between you and Jordan and Already and Ian and my Bobby motherfucking Bobby, those are my guys. And I can count on you guys. Always answer the phone whenever you can, or you get back to me. You hear me out, But you guys let me be me. But you also help,
Always.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be it anyway. But I've learned to accept like your critiques or criticism or accountability, because I do need to be checked sometimes. Like I have been struggling lately. Like I'm in the burbs. I'm in a $700,000 home. I have a studio. I have businesses. I have investors. Life is easy on cul-de-sac mode, but I am bored, motherfucking. I'm bored as shit, and I don't know how much more I can add to my plate to fill that time. But I think it's also a part of it. There's a thing called imposter syndrome. It's where, when things are going too good, you're just ready, waiting for that other foot to drop, because something bad is inevitably coming because it always has. Um, I don't.
I have a counter to that for you. I got a
Yeah.
counter to that though, because that's how I mean that's one way to look at stuff, and I won't even say it's wrong because we know how life is. Life is all
Mm-hmm.
about balancing. It'll balance your ass out real
Mm-hmm.
fast. But I think you need to kind of um take more approach to embracing your boredom, bro. Because what happens is what's happened actually is we live in a time where we can pull out our phone and we can get endorphin. We can get shit to our brain really fast. Like
Mm-hmm.
right, like I can go scroll and I can get like 20 different pieces of entertainment in under 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I can go look at something about football, guns, violence, police videos, weed videos. I can go look at fucking all the sports highlights. I can go look at all the news going on. I can look at all that in 20 minutes, and then now I'm bored, right? Because I've
Yeah.
seen I've seen everything I wanted to see in 20 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
You gotta understand that's the time we live in. So when you get bored, put your phone down
Yeah.
and don't touch your phone for an hour. Right?
Yeah.
I'm bored. I'm gonna embrace my boredom though. I'm gonna put my phone. I'm bored. I'm gonna put my phone down. I'm gonna go read a book. I'm gonna watch a movie. I'm gonna sit on my porch,
Yeah.
smoke a joint, and listen to music without my phone. Because what that allows you to do is now you've spent time actually just resting. Your mind's resetting. So when you go back to your phone, you get better relief. Better release because you actually like your mind's like, okay, I'm actually craving something. But when you constantly doing it, you're gonna get bored fast, and you want to feel the boredom fast, and you're just gonna put yourself in a cycle. So,
Yeah.
I personally relate. I just made a status yesterday about how busy I've been. I have been extremely busy. I really haven't had a lot of time for fun outside of when I like take an hour or two to play Battlefield, right?
Right.
But I do know the
Get your
mission
ass
I'm
back in the
on.
gym. You was doing well.
I know, but I done lost all type of muscles and shit.
I
But
knew.
it's okay because I'm really locked in on the stuff I am doing, and when I am bored, I actually just be like, you know what, it's okay because you have fun, you spend money, bro. You have fun, you spend energy.
Mm-hmm.
So you go out and spend all that energy and all that time, then you're gonna wake up and be late for a meeting. You're gonna be sluggish in the next, breakdown you do for the event. So just you good, you doing good, bro.
No,
You doing great
yeah.
for real.
I know,
Embrace
and I'm
that shit, bro.
learning to adjust to it. I
Yeah,
did get kind of weak because I can't wait till you drop this and start putting out this consistent work. I know it's coming, and I'm excited for you. But I got weak because you had made this post. You were like, I'm gonna let the work speak for itself. And some chick was like, well, where the fuck is the work at, Fame? And I was like, agreed. Where the fuck is it at, Fame? Talking about all that shit
Nah,
about.
it's on the way, man. And shout out to my fans, and I don't really like calling people my fans. I mean, I got fans, but
Your
I
followers,
talk to
supporters.
everybody for supporters. You know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers comment on my shit. I try to make sure I respond to everybody. I like to make sure I interact with everybody because everybody that supports anything I do, I fuck with you, and it's on the way. I'm glad that people are anticipating what I'm doing because that was my goal was for me to be like, listen, y'all, I'm working, and if you care, just know it's coming because it is, and I feel good about what I'm doing and stuff. Um, I have to go get my daughter from school
Right now?
earlier today. Yeah,
Oh,
because I gotta go see a house today before I gotta run a studio session. This is what I'm trying to tell you about my life, bro. Like I have to literally leave here, go get my kid, go get my girl, go look at these two houses, drop them back off, go record a session until 9, then film some content for an hour after that. Like, and that's just like
I get it. I'm pretty patient with you, bro. I am. To be honest with
except for
you,
when
I've learned
you was crying earlier.
no, and that was different, no. But I mean, I really wanted to touch
I'm
base
just
on
talking
it.
shit. I'm just
Yeah, in a
joking. I'm
deeper
just joking.
thing,
I'm just
like
joking.
and I know you were just kind of poking fun, but I hate it when somebody. I think that's one of the worst things I'm not saying you did this. I was just talking shit, but
Yeah.
I hate it when you see somebody, when someone expresses themselves about something that they have accomplished or made them feel good, and someone goes out of their way to make them feel stupid or belittle them about it. Those are
Yeah.
the worst motherfucking people, and I hope those people stub their pinky toe every day, and get fucked.
On a cherry oak dresser too. That
Yeah,
that real
yeah,
wood, so
yeah.
that shit bruises,
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
yeah. I hope you grow a third nipple on your butt cheek. Fuck y'all. No, I'm just kidding. I did get my feelings. I was glad. Devin Burgess. I talked to him the other day. It's unfortunate I couldn't get him booked. Thank you for reaching out.
Yep.
With all that Yazi shit. Oh, by the way, still fuck you, Mr. Walker.
Oh my God! Take this out of the.
Just kidding.
Hey, listen. This has been the Blind View podcast.
I'm just kidding that part. But anyway,
6.
it was funny.
It's a short.
He unfriended me because I was posting too much AI. I posted 3
I told you about
AI
that shit.
videos.
No, you post AI shit all the fucking
I do
time.
not.
I keep telling you.
No, I
put
did.
That shit away.
I did for a week because
Don't
it was fun
post
to play
that
with.
shit no more.
And
That shit's
I
trash.
have stopped. But I do think what is sad is me and my team created we went to Canva and actually created a flyer. And now AI is so abundant and everywhere that real work is going to forever be accused of being AI and vice versa now. You know what I mean? And it's kind of a shame.
Mom's calling me. Hello? Huh? About to go pick the baby up. All right, bro. I'm about to go handle
Tell your
this.
mom I said hi. It's a Blind series.
Mom, Dane says hello.
Yeah. I'm going to meet you one day.
Dane.
You want to come down for May 1st birthday? We got a seat for you.
That ain't bad, actually.
Yeah, we'll set her up. But all right, fam. I'll talk to you later.
She said, "What's up, bro?" All right, bro. I hit you up.
All right.
All right.